Okay, I'm doing the Cancer December 2019 Love Tarot card reading. And the first card is the Two of Wings. This is a card about balance. So in the November reading, we had a Princess of Roses, the adventurer. So she was in the November reading. So this Two of Wings card about balance. She is trying to balance out something. She was attempting to be perfectionistic at the time, so I guess she's trying to balance out her need to be perfect with just being reasonable. So the next card is the Eight of Shells card, and this is a card about sacrifice. So she is giving up something. The last male in the November reading was the King of Wings, and I think he was reversed. So it's the King of Wings reversed. He's the professional, and so she may be giving up on that relationship to maybe try to find something better balanced for her. So the next card is the Two of Roses card reversed. This is a card of competition. So maybe, I'm not sure what's going on with her. Maybe perhaps there's a competition for her attention. But this reading, for some reason, I don't 100% know what all the cards mean, because a lot of the cards are, I guess, up for your understanding. It could be many different things. So this card about competition, maybe perhaps in your life you're letting go of a relationship, and that would be what the sacrifice card might be. And then competition might be someone is trying to get your attention, or maybe you're trying to get someone else's attention among many different choices. There's a possibility also, maybe the princess is working on herself, because balance is the first card in this spread. So maybe she's working on herself and just changing up her look or something so she can be more competitive. So that could be an option. So I'm giving you like a lot of choices of what's going on, because these cards are not specific enough in this reading for me to definitely know what they mean. So the Nine of Shells card here is the fulfillment card. So she was probably in a competition of some sort to get someone's attention that she's interested in, and so she did achieve an opportunity for true love. So the next card is the King of Roses card. This is a card of the motivator. So the motivator, like, he's trying to attract a loyal love interest, and like, he does have many different jobs to do, like many different projects that he runs. So he's probably like a well-known person in his company or his organization. So that's possibly why he has so many opportunities to find love, and that's why there's a competition to get his attention. So the Eight of Wings card, indecision. So someone is being indecisive, and it could be that the King of Roses is unsure whether he wants to be with the Princess of Roses. They're kind of in the same element family, so they're both fire energy. So say, for instance, if you're Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you're being attracted to, or you're in a relationship with a fellow Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And well, this king is indecisive if this is the partner that he wants to stay with. So the next card is the Four of Gems card. This is a card of possessiveness. So maybe perhaps he does decide to stay with the Princess of Roses, and so he decides to say, well, this is my girl, and he's proud of her, and he probably wants her to, I guess, be faithful to him. So the next card is the Seven of Roses. This is a card of courage. So I'm not really sure, because, by the way, there are different ways I could see this. At first I was wondering if it was the princess's energy, because I was almost wondering if she didn't want to be in a relationship. So I'm not sure which person is going to have the Cancer vibration. Is it the King of Roses, or is it the Princess of Roses? So maybe perhaps the princess may not want a love relationship right now. So it could be possible that she is thinking about maybe taking care of her home or her family, and maybe not giving love as much of an opportunity as she did in the past. So figure out how you feel in your life personally. So I mentioned the Seven of Roses card. This is about courage. So if someone was indecisive and they decided to pursue a person and then they said, well, this is my person, I'm not sure what they need courage for. They might need courage maybe because there are other suitors around their person. That's what I'm saying. This is kind of confusing, so I'm not sure what is going on in you guys' love relationship. But someone needs to overcome their fear of, I guess, maybe approaching their suitor that they're interested in. Or maybe they need courage to be not as concerned about competition, like other suitors coming after their person, because mind you, he's saying that's his person. So I guess he needs courage to face the fact that other people may be after his person, after his woman. So the next card is the Seven of Wings, which is opposition. Opposition could be, as I stated, competition, like other people are interested in the princess, or other, I'm not sure if I just said it right. Men could be interested in the princess, or women could be interested in the king, okay? So that could be the opposition. I was not sure what that was about, what was the opposition card about, so I did clarify it. And I got Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So that has to do with maybe too many opportunities and let's see. It had to do with jealousy, and that one was about jealousy. And this one was about just multiple suitors, like more opportunities. So I already mentioned that, like, he has a lot of opportunities. So maybe in between the both of them. This is why this is kind of confused. I'm not sure who is doing what. And so maybe I should clarify more. But the Ace of Gems is the next card. So somebody's getting a reward of love. It could be money, but I don't think we're talking about money right now. So the previous card is opposition. Maybe the opposition was about money, but when I did a clarifier, I kind of got jealousy and competition. So there could be a reward of money, but there just could be a reward of love. Because, like I said, this got confusing. I wasn't sure if it was from the king's perspective or the princess's perspective. Who was going through these feelings? You're the Cancer, so you should know what is affecting you. You're just listening to what I'm saying, but maybe something I'm saying is resonating for you. So this King of Roses, he could have gotten a reward because maybe he was indecisive about his partner because she had too much competition. And so he could have gotten a reward of a partner that does not have so many suitors looking at her. So the next card is the Nine of Wings. The Nine of Wings is a card of obsession. So he is maybe obsessed with a new partner. I'm not sure. This king, he's looking for a loyal partner, but I'm not sure how loyal is he. I'm not really sure. So it's quite interesting. But he's looking to find a loyal partner. And so anyway, so he's developing an obsession about somebody or something. So his obsession could be that he wants to find a loyal love partner, and so he's obsessed with finding one, or he could be obsessed with a certain person. So this next card is the Queen of Shells, and this is a card of the empath. So the empath, like if you've been around empathetic people, like they probably don't like to talk about themselves. They probably don't like to hang out in big crowds. Maybe they want to have a job that they can believe in, like something that's about something. Let me explain it. A job that helps people, probably. Because when you're empathetic, maybe you're more caring, and so you want to feel like you're helping people, and you're not so much concerned about your own self sometimes. So this queen also can be quite shy. So I'm not sure if the king is obsessed with her. I think he's just obsessed with finding a love, like a long-term loyal love interest. So I just told you about this queen. The next card is the Devil in the reverse. This is a card of seduction. So when we have the seduction card in the reverse, it's kind of saying no, 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 stop, stop. There's danger ahead, and be careful of what you do. And so, say for instance, this queen doesn't seem like a bad person, but if you didn't really know her that well and you were just trying to get information to make a knowledgeable decision about her, but for some reason you couldn't get enough information, maybe perhaps you're afraid that you don't have enough information. You could be making a dangerous choice or something to that effect. So I'm not sure if the king is seducing the queen of shells or if she is seducing him. It's very likely she is not seducing him. So I'm going to put the card back down. It's very possible that he is obsessed with this queen, since I'm not sure how he finds time to do that because he runs lots of projects. So he may be obsessed with this queen and trying to seduce her, right? So let's see what happens next. So the next card is the Seven of Gems card, and this is a card of frustration. So it's very possible that the king is frustrated because maybe perhaps the queen does not want to go for him. She's maybe not interested in being seduced by him, and there could be reasons why, because when we pull this card in the reverse, this devil card in the reverse, there could be health consequences for interacting sexually with a certain partner. And there could also be trickery and deception also. So I'm not sure who is not being clear with their personal information, like somebody's failing to tell maybe health information or failing to tell their true intentions. And so, like I said, there's a danger. So someone's frustrated. It could be the king because he might have an obsession to find love, okay? So the next card is the Moon card, and this is a card about fear. This card is in the reverse. And what does that mean? That maybe means that your fears can be, like I just explained, things that you don't know. And like I said, maybe I had to clarify these cards. You guys probably need to figure out what is going on in your personal life. Like, what are you afraid of when it comes to your love search? You could be afraid of commitment or something like that. But the fear card in the reverse, if you're really looking for true love and your heart was right, I would almost say you shouldn't have anything to worry about, but we live in a real world, and because we live in a real world, we need to keep our eyes open to make sure we're not walking in the middle of a trap. So when you're looking for love, it is rightful for you to be wary if you don't have the proper information to make decisions, okay? So if you are looking for love and somebody's not being straightforward with what's going on in their personal life, and there's a lot that you don't know, but maybe they know a lot about you, that's kind of unfair. And so I guess you would have a right to be afraid of the unknown in that case, okay? So the next card is the Two of Roses. This is a card of crossroads. So what I'm thinking, because like I said, I didn't clarify all these cards, so maybe I should have. I'm kind of like trying to figure it out and kind of a little bit confused, but I maybe should have clarified more. So this, so far, this king has gone from the Princess of Roses to the Empath here, okay? The Princess of Roses was in the last spread. So he may be at a crossroads to decide between the two. He may also just be afraid in general because he's having a hard time finding love, and so he may just be afraid, and so he may be thinking, should I really be looking for love right now? Should I just focus on my work? And that could be why we have a crossroads, because there may be two different priorities and we need to make a decision to go one way or another. So the next card here is the Princess of Gems. This is the ingenue, okay? The ingenue. So the Princess of Gems is very earthy, and she is kind of about her plants and her animals and just enjoying the soil, the dirt, the landscapes, you know? So she may be working in a natural environment. She could be, I used an example before, like a zookeeper. Let me see. Maybe she helps children at the horseback riding event. Maybe she cleans up in a barn or something, has a farm, something to that effect. But I'm not sure in this case. Say for instance, the king, he could come across this princess in his line of work. I'm not sure what field he's working in, but maybe perhaps he's running a construction company or something like that. And the Princess of Gems owns like a farm, and she says, "Hey, can you build me a barn or something like that?" And he runs into her. So I'm not sure what their interactions would be because that's not relevant to me right now. But the point is that he's either coming across her during work because we have the crossroads card. So I'm not sure if we're talking about work now or love. So he could pass by her during a work event or situation. And let's see what his interactions with her might be like, or what is the next step in his thought process. Because I think we're talking from his perspective, but I'm not sure, but it seems like it. So the next card is the Ten of Wings card, and this is a card of difficulty, okay? So I am thinking he may have tried to make a move on the ingenue, on this princess. And she's kind of earthy and he's kind of fiery. I'm not sure if they had enough in common or not, because this motivator, maybe he's a city type, who knows? Because he might have a big time job. He might be something like an executive, and she might be very, very humble. And so maybe perhaps, excuse the noise, maybe perhaps they don't have enough in common. And so let's see what else will go on. So all of a sudden we have the Wheel of Fortune card. It's in the reverse though. This is a card of luck. And because this is a romance reading, the luck in the romance, let me see, the king's luck in romantic situations could be not going so well, okay? So it seems like he's jumping from woman to woman, but is not having luck and finding the loyal partner that he desires. So, oh yeah, this card is about not making commitments. So because your luck is not going so well, you really don't want to commit to someone because you're not sure if you even found the right person yet. So that could be a concern also at the moment. So the next card is the Prince of Roses in the reverse, and this is the card of the mover. So this card is probably the energy of our king here, who was supposed to get loyal love, but for some reason, either the timing is off, or he was too picky, or he turned away a good love interest, because remember the Princess of Roses was the first love interest from November. And so maybe sometimes when you're too picky, maybe you lose out on a good catch. So he might have transformed his energy from King of Roses, which is kind of like an executive of a company or something to that effect, to and this energy may not be in a career oriented sense where you're transforming your energy from an executive into like a teenager. It just may be your energy for like I said, for some reason I'm noticing that we're going from our adult selves into more youthful energy. We're finding out who we truly were when we were younger, like what are our true values and desires. Okay, so the king is maybe reconnecting with his true self, his youthful self. Maybe when he was younger, he used to be thinking about short-term flings instead of long-term love. Maybe perhaps the king has given up hope on finding a long-term love interest. And so I'm not sure if there's anything else I should have to say about this mover. Okay, it could be also possible that the king is moving, but I think that's when the card is in the upright though. So it's just a matter of him not being so settled because he tried to find love and probably couldn't find it. So now he's kind of calming down and maybe focusing on his career more. So that was the last card for our Cancer December 2019 love reading, okay? So all of you Cancers, take care of yourselves and just be careful of seduction causing you health trouble, okay? So when you don't know something, you either have to use protection or tell the person to clarify or however you want to handle it, but just watch out, okay? All right, thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Thanks.